Hi, I'm back again with another book that I've read. This one, The Mermaid Mrs Hancock by Imogen Hermes Gower. It's a big one. It's nearly 500 pages. It's set in the 18th century. It features a merchant, Joseph Hancock, who's a widower, and it also features a high-class prostitute called Angelica Neal, and it features a mermaid. It's a book about class, about society. You've got Mr. Hancock, who is a merchant trying to get into a higher society. You've got Angelica Neal, who used to be part of what was called in the book described as a nunnery, where she was under an abbess, which was, well, a brothel madam, in other words. She was bought out of the nunnery by a gentleman who has since died, and it's her story of trying to survive on her own without having to go back to the abbess, Mrs Chapel, and she eventually meets Mr Hancock. You've got mermaids as well. Thinking back to the story of Jack and the Beanstalk, Jack sold a cow for just some magic beans. One of Mr Hancock's captains sold his ship for a mermaid, and this mermaid does bring fortune to Mr Hancock. It brings him Angelica Neal, but then another mermaid also brings increasing sadness. The book is interesting. I did like it. It's, you see, the characters are very Dickensian at times. You get, Charles Dickens always wrote brilliant characters, and there are flashes of that in here. Mrs Chapel, the abbess, the brothel madam, is brilliantly written. You get this woman, and you've also got touches of, I was going to say Jane Austen. Thinking back the first line in Pride and Prejudice, it's flashes of that, about the man wanting to get on in life. You've got flashes of the experiences that the gentleman received in a brothel. You've got some very graphic passages, but you've also got, there's a couple of bits that really quite sad, and they take you by surprise because you're not expecting such sadness in there. I quite enjoyed it. Again, it's one of these books that's a bit Marmite-ish. Some people love it, some people hate it. I'd give it a 4. It's not for me, it's not up there with those sort of 5 out of 5s, but I'd give it a 4. And yeah, it's a hefty tome, 500 pages, but yeah, it is worth a read, and it does give you a glimpse of society in the late 1700s. So if you've read it, let me know what you thought, and I'll catch you later with some more books that I've read. Take care. Bye.